When McKinsey Comes to Town, by Walt Bogdanich and Michael Forsythe is a critical examination of McKinsey Company, one of the world's most influential consulting firms. The book exposes the hidden impact McKinsey has had on global corporations, governments, and public institutions, revealing the firm's role in shaping policies and decisions that have often led to controversy, scandal, and unintended consequences. The authors trace McKinsey's origins back to its founding in 1926, when it was established as a firm dedicated to helping businesses operate more efficiently. Over the decades, McKinsey evolved into a global powerhouse, advising the most powerful corporations and governments in the world. The book highlights how McKinsey's influence is rooted in its elite reputation, which has allowed it to gain the trust of CEOs and political leaders, often granting the firm access to sensitive information and the ability to steer crucial decisions. Bogdanich and Forsythe reveal that McKinsey's work, often cloaked in secrecy, has not always led to positive outcomes. Through extensive research and investigative reporting, the authors uncover instances where McKinsey's advice contributed to layoffs, environmental damage, and public health crises. For example, the book discusses McKinsey's role in advising Purdue Pharma, the maker of OxyContin, during the opioid crisis. McKinsey's strategies to turbocharge sales of the drug are depicted as contributing to the addiction epidemic that claimed thousands of lives. The firm's involvement in this and other scandals raises questions about its ethical responsibilities and the true cost of its advice. The book also examines McKinsey's work in authoritarian regimes, where its consultants have advised governments on how to improve efficiency and control populations, sometimes at the expense of human rights. The authors argue that McKinsey's willingness to work with such clients, while maintaining a veil of discretion, has allowed it to profit from activities that may be at odds with democratic values and human rights principles. One of the central themes of the book is the disconnect between McKinsey's public image as a trusted advisor and the reality of its work behind closed doors. Bogdanich and Forsythe explore how the firm's advice is often designed to maximize short-term profits, sometimes at the cost of long-term stability and ethical considerations. They suggest that McKinsey's consultants, who often come from elite educational backgrounds, may be disconnected from the consequences of their recommendations on ordinary people. The authors also delve into McKinsey's culture, which emphasizes secrecy, loyalty, and the pursuit of excellence. While these qualities have helped the firm maintain its elite status, they have also contributed to a lack of transparency and accountability. The book argues that McKinsey's culture of secrecy has enabled it to avoid public scrutiny and evade responsibility for the negative impacts of its advice. When McKinsey Comes to Town is not just a critique of McKinsey but also a broader commentary on the role of consulting firms in modern capitalism. The authors raise important questions about the influence of private consultants on public policy and the ethical implications of their work. They argue that the rise of firms like McKinsey reflects a shift in power from elected officials to unelected advisors, with significant implications for democracy and governance. The book concludes by calling for greater transparency and accountability in the consulting industry. The authors suggest that while McKinsey and similar firms have the potential to offer valuable insights and solutions, their influence should be tempered by ethical considerations and a commitment to the public good. When McKinsey Comes to Town serves as a wake-up call for anyone concerned about the unchecked power of consulting firms and their impact on society. In summary, When McKinsey Comes to Town provides a revealing look at the darker side of one of the most prestigious consulting firms in the world. Through detailed investigations and compelling storytelling, Bogdanich and Forsythe challenge the reader to reconsider the role of consultants in shaping the world we live in, urging a more critical and ethical approach to the influence of corporate advisors.